Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Some of these, it's like, yeah, it's a little cheap, but here you go, RC. We'll start with you. If you want to get spicy, yes, Quentin, you can see it. 7.5. Arizona is favored over Clemson tomorrow night. Who goes through here?
Man, I'll tell you what. If I'm gambling, I'm taking Clemson in the points. Um, Hell of a game, man. It's gonna be hard out west. You heard about Clemson's travel. They got home at 2 in the morning, I think Monday, and had a 4 o'clock afternoon flight back to LA with travel. I think this game goes down. If PJ Hall is making jumpers, if he's making a couple of threes from the top of the key, Clemson can give Arizona all they want, man. And I like both coaches, both programs. Obviously, Arizona's the favorite, and it's going to be hard to pick in those guys being out west. But I think this Clemson team is playing its best basketball. Chase Hunter's is just playing the way I thought he'd play at the beginning of the year. And now the level of desperation is taking over. This guy had been there all year. Who wins the backcourt? I think wins this matchup. We know about Arizona's backcourt, but Joe Girard, who hasn't shot it very well in the tournament, if he can pick it up, then that's a hell of a game.
What do you got, Jarrell? Who you like?
First, I'm with you on that, RC. That 7.5 is too high. I think it's definitely gonna be a close game. A bit of a contrast of styles, a little bit, but I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Arizona in this one. I think at the end of the day, like he said, I think Chase Hunter's been playing his ass off since the tournament started. He gives them a different dynamic and really makes them a dangerous team. And it should be an interesting matchup. Just even the front courts as well as the back courts. PJ Hall and Shefflin are two kind of rough and rugged dudes. They pretty physical. They got a good chemistry playing off each other too with some interior pass and stuff. And Hall obviously can step out and shoot it a little bit. But Balo has been the force all year long, so I think he's more than equipped, him and Keyshawn Johnson, to kind of handle it. But I think the X factor of the game is going to kind of be what Boswell we get. I think we know what Caleb Love is going to be Caleb Love. Boswell just so up and down sometimes, man. And one night he's going for 20, and the next night he's only taking like 3 attempts. So I think they'll need him to play well just to kind of level things out. But I'm rolling with Arizona.
Yep, it'll be Zona for me. And you know what? I don't even mind laying the 7.5. I think Clemson benefited from a 19% three-point shooting effort from New Mexico. And then Jacoby Walter, who's an 85% free throw shooter, clanks 2, not 1, but 2 there to tie it up there late. I mean, and they also shot 25%, one of the better offensive teams in the country. Maybe that's a function of Clemson's defense. I mean, I guess that's possible, but I'd have to roll Arizona here. That's the look for me, but I definitely think they win the game. North Carolina, 4.5-point favorite over Alabama. Total ridiculous. I have a hole in my roof now. 173.5. It's up to 4.5 now. It was 4 RC. UNC here? Can Alabama, go nuclear from 3? What do you think?
If they do, that's their chance of beating them. I do like Carolina. I like their overall team defense. They have earned that 1 seed. I wish it wasn't so far west for those guys, because I think inevitably that matchup against Arizona out west can be an issue. But they're there. They're deserving of it. The thing that scares you about Bam is what they're capable of 3-point line. They can just go crazy. You can't let them get 14, 15 threes, free throws, and layups. You just can't do it. So Carolina, when they've needed to have been challenged, they've answered the bell. More than enough defensive perimeter strength to be effective against Alabama. So I'm going with the Heels.
What do you think, Jarrell?
Yeah, I'm rolling with North Carolina as well. I think they'll cover that 4.5. And I would probably even take the over, man. Obviously, there are two teams that can really fill it up. North Carolina's been a lot more stable defensively, obviously, than Alabama. But Alabama, they just they like to play fast. They get up and down, and they can put up points, and they can get hot in a hurry, man. But they just don't guard anybody. And with a team like North Carolina, they're too talented for you not to kind of buckle down in that other end and try to get some stops. You're not going to beat them just trying to outscore them, I don't think. But I am looking forward to some of the matchups with the game inside of the game. R.J. Davis and Sears, I think that little matchup would be a good one to look at.
Yep.
And eventually, I think that North Carolina will win out too, just with the interior play from Baycott and Ingram. So unless Grant Nelson kind of steps up and has a good game or a really big game for Alabama, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I kind of think this one has the chance to get ugly. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Alabama fans should be really happy. Yeah. I mean, I think it could. I think it could. I think Alabama fans should be really happy that they're in this spot. I mean, to make a Sweet 16 run with this roster is actually a really good job by Nate Oates, no doubt about it. You can say whatever you want to say about matchups, luck. That's part of the tournament, man. That's why you got to get there. But the road ends here, no doubt. I mean, Grant Nelson's going to foul out in 6 minutes. I mean, it just is what it is, man. He ain't going to be able to stay on the floor, and that's what it's going to look like. So North Carolina does what Alabama does, and they do it way better, and they're better on the interior. I just don't see a single spot on the floor where Alabama is better or really even close. So I think there's real margin here.
The best month of the year is here, which is why you need to know that we are partnered with BetMGM. We'll be using BetMGM lines for making all of our picks and predictions, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, you can use bonus code FIELD, and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's the best part. All you need to do is deposit and bet $10 of your hard-earned money to get it. This is what you have to do to make it work. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using that bonus code FIELD. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. You'll get up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Most importantly, we have some fun stuff coming up for the rest of the NCAA tournament. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odds boost, and the thing that I love the most, a nice little parlay boost, as well as a ridiculous array of prop bets for anything that you could possibly imagine betting on. From odds on getting to the Final Four to national championship futures, I'm calling it right now. BetMGM is the king of the prop bet. So go download the BetMGM app. Use that code FIELD and sign up today. And while I've got you, a quick request. The best way to support the Field of 68 content you get for free is to engage with us. Rate and review the pod in any podcast app. Like and share the YouTube videos that you enjoy. Tell your friends about us. It all helps in a world where the algorithm is king. And now, back to the show.